Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
On the ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Switch. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
60 Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or set packages, don't they?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
90, Wolf. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. He's coming.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
15 line. 15 line. Switch up. 5.
2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Oh, here we go. Oh, 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Quick toss. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a handoff here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. (3-0) after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's coming this way, Here we go. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, seam 6. Hey, lock it. Not playing the wrong football. Hey, Charlie. Hey, turn it up. Jim. Ready?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check nickel. 80 weapon. Shoot.
And they give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Don't get nervous. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post.
You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
It. Super toe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
in your face. Got it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll set up to throw. Now that completion came out of the drag route. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Ready, break. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Here we go. Switch. Sit up. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he sheds himself free. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. 99 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Be ready next time.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
50, plant. Mike 51, Mike 51.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
15-1.
Right back to him on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Tight dog, get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he loses the football a second time. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll look to throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. Extra point attempt to follow here.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Shoot.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
No.
53, Mike. I got you.
But I get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53 is mine. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.